Hey there, friends. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Teddy.
Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff.
What are we learning about today, Lindsay?
Remember when we talked about our identities, Teddy?
Of course I do.
We talk about gender all the time.
All the time.
And that's a big part of your identity, but there are other parts too.
Race, ability, class, ice cream.
Well, maybe not ice cream, but you've got the idea. Over the next few episodes, we're talking about another part of our identity called religion.
Kid stuff. You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff.
You ready, Teddy?
Ready, Lindsay.
Okay, today we're talking about religion. Now, religion is really different for everyone, especially queer people. Some people are religious and some people aren't, and that's totally okay.
That's right. Totally okay.
Just like almost everything we've talked about, religiousness is kind of on a spectrum. You can be super religious, you can be non-religious, or you can be somewhere in the middle. That's me. I'm somewhere in the middle.
Okay, where am I?
I don't know, Teddy. That's something you have to figure out for yourself. There are also lots of different kinds of religions. There's Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, paganism, Baha'i, indigenous religions. There are hundreds of different religions from lots of different cultures.
Wow!
Over the next few episodes, we'll talk about the three major religions: Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. You ready to meet today's special guest?
Yes, yes, yes!
Hi, Blair.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hi, Blair.
Hey, Teddy.
Okay, what are your pronouns and how do you identify?
Thanks for asking, Teddy. Very considerate. My pronouns are she, her, and I identify as a Black, queer Muslim woman.
Oh, cool. That's a new word. What does Muslim mean?
Muslim refers to somebody who practices the religion of Islam.
That's one of the religions you talked about, Lindsay.
That's right, Teddy. Blair, can you tell us a little bit about what being Muslim means to you?
Sure. Well, being Muslim to me is a very important part of my identity and part of my life. I converted to Islam in 2015, which means I took the Shahada and basically said that I view Allah as God. And I spend 5 times a day praying. I fast during Ramadan. I give back to people who are less fortunate. And I think being a Muslim is a lot about doing service and being a good person.
Cool. And what are you wearing on your head?
Well, I'm wearing a beret right now, but what I'm doing is observing hijab, or wearing a head covering.
What was that word again?
A hijab. That's the covering I wear over my head that other Muslim people wear over their head as well. It's called a hijab. So this is what a traditional hijab looks like, but it doesn't have to be just that. It can be a baseball hat, it can be anything.
Doesn't it get hot under there?
Yes, it does. But there's so many different ways to wear a hijab. You can wear a baseball cap, like I said. You can wear nothing, because a hijab isn't just what you're wearing. Sometimes it's how you're behaving. So if you're a Muslim person, it means not catcalling. It means not treating people with disrespect. It means behaving in a way that is modest throughout your life, not just in what you're wearing. But the funny thing for me is whenever it's rainy or it's cold out and everyone puts something over their head, and I'm like, oh, look at all the Muslims.
Is it hard to put on?
Sometimes it's difficult, but with practice, you can do anything. And I would go on YouTube all the time and look at YouTubers like Dina Torkia, who would put on a turban, which is a hijab that comes above your neck, or a traditional hijab like the picture I showed you. There's so many different ways. And it took me from an hour to put on a hijab to now I can do it in like 5 seconds.
Do you have to wear it all the time, even when you sleep?
Nope, not when I sleep and not when I shower. I think something really important about hijab is that it's a personal choice. It's a conversation that you're having with God, that you're having with yourself on a daily basis. So if I wake up in the morning and I don't want to wear a head covering, I don't do it. But if I do, then I want to wear it, you know? But sometimes when I go to sleep, I do wear a head covering called a bonnet, and that's something that a lot of Black women wear to keep their hair in place.
Did that answer all of your questions, Teddy?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. You know, being Muslim is a big part of my identity, so is being religious. And I'm also queer, Black, and an activist.
Yeah, activists, just like us, Teddy.
And all of my identities work together to make me who I am. I like to think of it as a big flower, where one of the petals is me being religious, one of the petals is me wearing a head covering, one of the petals is me being Black, queer, Muslim, etc. And all of those petals come together. And as you go through your life, things may change. You might identify differently, you might have one of those petals go away and a new petal arrive, but it all makes you the beautiful person you are.
Thank you so much for helping us, Blair.
Thank you so much for having me, and I hope I answered a lot of questions about Islam, but of course, if you have more, there's a lot of ways to find me.
Totally. So be sure to follow Blair on Twitter and Instagram and to grab her new book, Modern Herstory, and that has stories of women and non-binary people rewriting history. It's really good. Don't forget to subscribe to Queer Kid Stuff and to Blair's new channel,
Mars and Blair, which is going to be launching in 2019.
Woo! Don't forget to subscribe and support our videos through monthly donations on Patreon, like those awesome people over there. And you can also make a one-time donation through our PayPal. Catch new videos every other Sunday on YouTube. And I think that's it. We'll see you next time
We'll see
on
you next time
Kid
at
Stuff.
Queer Kid Stuff.